Okay, so I've worked on this cylinder a little bit more. You can now see that this sort of curve and this curve is really quite close. The width at the top and the width at the bottom is quite close, which is what I wanted to get at. And how I've helped my eye to actually see whether that corner and this corner is right is I place a line in there, like 1 centimeter from that side, 1 centimeter from this side, and then I check it almost as a negative space, where my eye is just looking at, is this shape the same as that shape? Because that'll usually tell me whether something still needs to change and whether I've done a good enough job of it, because those two spaces are now something that my eye can just focus on rather than focusing on this whole big cylinder. It's sort of saying, okay, is this one the same as that one or not yet? It'll help me to get this curve similar to this curve. And once you've done that, you can even just lightly shade in this part if you wanted to. And what I sometimes just do is I'll turn it upside down. Because right hand side of the brain, meaning that if it's sort of not logical to look at it upside down, the right hand side of the brain will start kicking in. And now I can sort of see, okay, is this the same as that? And it's quite close. So this is the way I problem solve. I use negative spaces to train my eye to say, is it right? Is it wrong? Must I still tweak it? And this whole process is constant creative problem solving. Even if it takes you an hour to get this right, so what? You know, you're supposed to learn and you're supposed to take yourself through these steps. Don't rush it, you know, get it right, because the cylinder is the basic shape for so many other things. You can make a coffee cup, a coffee mug from this shape. If you just add it like an ear of a coffee mug in here, then this could be a coffee mug. So how wonderful is that, that just with being able to draw a cylinder, this could now become a nice looking coffee mug, or it could become a vase, or it could become a wine bottle. I could extend this. I could do some more ellipses. Up there, and up there. I could combine them, and it could be some sort of a wine bottle. It's a bit of a stocky wine bottle. I would want to extend to the bottom as well, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit out of proportion, but you get the idea. It's amazing how you can draw the most beautiful things by using this method. I've seen some stuff on Pinterest that's fascinated me to see how beautiful a wine bottle actually is. If you can see the ellipse in there, and you can make them similar, and you combine your edges, you can get to a really sound looking shape, just because you know how to draw like this. Some people might find this tedious. I actually find this quite rewarding, and I love to see how the shape just starts happening. That could be my you know, screw top or whatever. So if I extended it down here and I made another ellipse in here, that's how loosely I would search for it for now. I could work it up into a bottle pretty quickly. How cool is that? Some weird looking wine bottle with a little mug extension, but it's an interesting shape, and it's not so difficult that you can't do this. You can do this. You just have to practice doing these ellipses. Later on we might get to how your perspective can change when you do ellipses in different ways, but this is good enough for now.